Hello and welcome to MTG Deck Tech. Normally I'm doing good decks you can try out for your ranked games. Today will be the exact opposite. I'm gonna play some janky deck, milling my opponent, building around adventure cards. So I'm just gonna show you the deck for a second here. We have some Merfolk Secretkeepers, which are gonna be the most important card. We will try to copy its spell with the Lucky Clover to mill the opponent for even more cards. And yeah, the rest of the deck is just a normal mill deck. Drowned Secrets, of course, a very important card to mill the opponent every time you play a blue card. Animating Faerie we will use to have some defense combined with the Lucky Clover. Brazen Borrowers just to get some cards back into the hand of the opponent. Queen of Ice to do some tapping, also works very nice with the Lucky Clover. And Into the Story to have some card draw. And yeah, then other things are just Overwhelmed Apprentice, Unsummon, things you expect in a mill deck. But I also have the Hypnotic Sprite. The adventure here will not be very useful with the Lucky Clover because you probably can't counter two things at once. But it does have the ability to play two blue spells for the Drowned Secrets. So I will try 10 games in ranked. I am currently sitting at Platinum 4 because I didn't find a good deck to climb yet. As soon as I do, I will definitely show you something of that. But until then, let's have some fun. Let's play some mill. So I played it a bit yesterday. I came up with this idea yesterday because I had a Demir mill deck that didn't really work that much. And when I have decks I got from somewhere else, I always try to make them simpler. So having a Demir deck, just taking away one type of mana, the black mana, is of course a simpler version. And we will see if it works at all. So I will play 10 games. You can try to guess how many I'm going to win. I'm gonna keep tab how many I play here. We have a Drowned Secret, so I'm just gonna keep that. The other cards are not that great. The Unsummon is okay. But I myself am guessing I'm gonna win about 3 of the 10 games. I hope at least. It might be less because this deck is a janky deck. Yeah, but 3 is my estimate here. Let's see how many I can actually do. Okay, Gilded Goose with a Swamp. Typical Golgari mid-range deck. Okay, the Regisaur is something to keep my eye on. But it will give my opponent card disadvantage and I can bounce it once. I can also use the Queen of Ice here, which I think I will do next turn. Just gonna have to take that 7 damage though, which is bad. But what you gonna do? And the Great Henge. Well, they will have some card draw. So the Rotting Regisaur isn't that bad for them. Queen of Ice is sorcery speed. Could try to go for the Hypnotic Sprite next turn. Or I can just play the Lucky Clover. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Lucky Clover here. Bounce the Regisaur on the start of the next combat step. So they won't have an... Yeah, it doesn't really matter if I play it on the combat step, but less information is always good if you're thinking about your opponent. Okay, Deathless Knight has haste, but I can't do anything about it. Just gonna bounce the Regisaur now. So this looks like a hard game for me, but still have the option, or we still have the time to draw something here. So unfortunately, if you play an adventure and copy it, Drawn Secrets will not trigger a second time. If it would, this would actually be an okay deck, but seeing as though it doesn't, this deck is still pretty bad. But it's fun. It's very, very fun. I like mill decks in general, and yeah, it's just so much fun to play. So I can tap both the Regisaur, play the Drawn Secret, and tap the Deathless Knight for next turn. So both of them are not going to be able to untap. And this will be enough for this turn. I hope I'm gonna find the mill cards, the real mill cards here, the four adventure mill cards. Knight with a +1/+1 counter from the get-go is obviously bad for me. And I'm still far away from milling my opponent. But I will be able to tap both those big creatures again and get another turn to maybe get something big. But it looks like I'm done for. I am pretty annoying though. If I was my opponent, I would be annoyed. They have to discard a card every turn, although they can't do anything with the Regisaur until now. Which is nice. A Brazen Borrower would help me here. Could bounce both cards. Still probably wouldn't be enough. Oh yeah, and the Knight can just kill me. Okay, that's the first one in the books. So yeah, what I think I'm going to need at some point in my deck is some kind of more sweeping return to the hand, like a River's Rebuke or something, but I don't have the mana for it. So basically I need to win in the early game. I need to get ahead as far as possible. Also thought about playing the Vantress Gargoyle, but it's not great enough. Whoa, this looks like some interesting hand here. 3 Drawn Secrets, of course I'm gonna keep it. But will it be enough? That's the question. I mean, I will mill 6 cards for every blue spell at some point, which is amazing. So I might just play the Merfolk Secretkeeper in round 1, even though I don't have a Lucky Clover on the field yet. And no Drawn Secrets as well. But just to see what my opponent's trying to do, of course, milling always gives you some information. So let's see. As I expected, this is some kind of Jeskai Planeswalker deck, which I can probably deal with. The Teferi can be annoying with the Drawn Secrets, but if he bounces it, I can just play it again and trigger the other Drawn Secrets, so it's not that bad. And it's also a pretty slow deck, so I will have the time to play all my things I want to play. Yeah, that's Teferi, as I expected. Will bounce the Drawn Secrets, but it also means I will not have to give more information to my opponent. I can just play this and the Merfolk Secretkeeper. Mill 2 more cards. And next turn I will be able to play all of my remaining Drawn Secrets, and the turn after that I can come with another Secretkeeper. Fires of Invention does threaten me a lot though. It's the win condition of the deck. Will probably show some kind of Jeskai Planeswalkers deck to you at some point, because I had a bit of success with it. I think I need some fine tuning with it, And I'm also not sure if I like it, but I think this is one of the decks I could go for this season. I always like to have at least another new deck each season. Because I'm always getting bored very quickly with my decks. So what is my opponent gonna take here? It will be very interesting. A Deputy of Detention could kill me, but of course it's not a non-creature card. Okay, Command the Dreadhorde. Okay. What I would need here is an Ashiok, but I don't have Ashiok in this deck. Just have to mill faster than my opponent can get to the mana for the round, for the Command Dreadhorde. So I will be milling 6 now with every card I play, with every blue card. So this might be enough. Can play 3 blue cards next turn and they all mill.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Let's see how fast I can get this deck down to 0. Okay, Sargon puts me on a very large clock here. Narset might help me a bit because my opponent will search for 1 card. 1 less card I need to mill, but of course might just be a very impactful card. Okay, another Fires won't help them. Yes, I expected the dragon here. Okay, so maybe another... Oh, Lucky Clover, okay. This can be a nice turn here. But do they have a counter spell? Doesn't look like it. And now my drowned secrets are going off. So that's 10 cards just from playing this wall. And that's another 10 cards. Because I can copy... Oh, then it's 14 cards even. So you see why the Lucky Clover is so good? Because I can copy the Merfolk Secretkeeper and just mill them for the double card. And they only have 14 left, 10 left. So I might be able to win this one. If I draw some blue card next turn, I'm pretty much in the clear. So I don't think my opponent plays Deputy. And they won't be able to win this turn by a slight margin. So it's a very close game, even though I'm very fast. That's the bad thing about this mill deck. You don't have anything you can do against flying things. So I have a 35% chance to draw a mountain, which would be a loss, certainly. Okay, what do they want to do with Fae of Wishes? I'm not sure about that. If that's a good thing to do. Oh, it's a Dwarven Suitor, okay. But the triggers will still be there. And it's also not a non-creature spell. So they would only have a positive effect of it if I cast a non-creature spell. But if I find a non-creature spell, I've just won. So that's 16 damage to my face. So I either win now or I lose. Let's see. Oh, they can also just bounce things. Interesting. It bounced their fire. So now they can play some more cards. Not sure how that helps them though. Okay. That didn't make any sense. Oh well. And that's a mountain. And that means I've lost. Just by one card. One measly card. Yeah. That was close. Close, but a loss. So you see with the Lucky Clover, you can actually win games. But it's still very hard. It's always some kind of very suspenseful thing if you have, like, I just had just one card in the opponent deck. So there's Into the Story. Into the Story can help me if I can mill, but I have nothing to mill, so I'm gonna mulligan. This seems better for milling. So I might get rid of the Brazen Borrowers just to have the Into the Story to draw more. Overwhelmed Apprentice is a very nice turn 1 card because you can scry. So I also go first. So it looks like a pretty nice hand here. And I also can see what my opponent has. It's some kind of Simic Ramp deck. Animating Faerie I don't need. Island is okay, but really want to find something else right now. Into the Story will be able to cast for 4 eventually. Okay, it's a Field of the Dead deck. Field of the Dead deck, so it's just the standard we see in almost every standard game right now, it seems like. Okay, so let's start milling. Maybe we should have kept the island. Running out of mana a bit. Come on, block it. I dare you. Of course they don't. They know I'm not going for their life total at all. Ooh, but the Tamio can help me. It mills the opponent with +1 ability. But it can also bring stuff back from the dead that I put there. A Yarok, for example. And there is the island. Okay. No, I can either unsummon my Merfolk Secretkeeper, or I'm gonna try to counter a spell of theirs, which I will do. Or try to do. Maybe there's something interesting coming up for them. Well, that's interesting enough for me. Just getting a little bit of tempo here. And it's a Field of the Dead in the graveyard. They might just bring it back with Tamio. Or they don't. So they milled through half their deck. Mostly themselves. I would like to have another island so I can draw stuff. This would be ideal. 37% chance here. I don't know if you see it or if the overlay is just for me. And another Drowned Secrets. Okay, this is very nice. This is shaping up very nicely. So I will unsummon on their turn. Can attack here. Well, maybe I shouldn't have unsummoned on their turn. Do they have any counter spells? Doesn't look like it. So it doesn't matter. Risen Reef again draws through their deck. But my Drowned Secrets are doing some work here. So if your opponent is doing the milling for you, of course it's very, very much easier than if you have to do all the milling. And my opponent's still getting more cards. And they are not fast enough to get the Field of the Dead advantage here. So let's see what the story brings for me. And milling 4 cards of theirs, of course. So I might be able to win this match. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I have a lot of options here. The Lucky Clover might just seal the deal here if they don't have any counter spells, which I think they don't have. They should have milled. I should have milled the counter spell if they had any. So this looks like GG. So if you said I wouldn't be able to win any matches, that might just be game over for you. Oh, that's Jace. Oh, that's Jace. But they can't play Jace yet. Okay. So they are going to need one more blue mana source, because they can get one with the Fabled Passage. Then they can play Jace and then my match is over. So let's see, we have 5 mana. Probably the best thing we can do, play the Lucky Clover. Play the Secretkeeper. Think we could just win it here. Probably should be enough. Even though they have that Jace in hand, will be a bit too late for them. Yeah, it will be too late for them. Very nice, very nice. Okay, GG. So third game in the books. First win in the books. Very nice. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And that's a mill win. I think my rank will probably not go up very much more. But let's see. We had 1 close game and 1 win. So we can win another game maybe. Or another. Maybe we'll just win the next 7 games. Probably not. It's just so annoying to play against mill decks. I like teasing my opponents a bit with it. It's an okay hand. We have a Drowned Secrets and an Apprentice. May need some more mana here. And Summon is okay. The borrowers can only bring back opponents' creatures into their hand. So to get your own creatures, I have the Unsummon. Used to play some kind of variation of this deck with Run Away Together that bounces both yours and your opponent's creatures. This could be Esper Dance. This might just be Esper Dance. So what I'm going to do is getting myself to an alternate win condition. Yeah, this looks like Esper Dance. So I will play the Brazen Borrower to maybe get some board pressure, but I'm probably not gonna win this on the life total. Or I might just have to. Because my Drowned Secrets are gone. So let's just attack and hope for the best. Sometimes you need to be flexible. Yeah, doesn't look very nice here. So I can counter something at least. So maybe an Oath of Kaya or something they want to play. Or even Dance of the Mans. Dance of the Mans. I think it doesn't cost that much. They do play Basilica Bellhound. Interesting. Okay, that's Liliana. So they probably minus it? No, they don't. Okay. Okay, that's the 4th blue mana. So Into the Story is now effective. I can draw a lot of cards. 2 Secret Keepers are nice. But still I may be playing another Into the Story next turn. Just hoping to find... Of course I'm blocking. Hoping to find the Lucky Clover or another Drowned Secrets or something like that. Yeah, it's not too bad to have the Oath of Kaya here. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay, Brazen Borrower is a nice card. But... no, I think I have to play it here. Because Liliana's already at 8 life, I don't want her to ult. Very nice. We'll probably not keep the Hypnotic Sprite up, because that wouldn't help me very much. I have done a little bit of milling here. Milled half the deck. I don't have the perpetual milling machines, but this deck is mostly based on the adventure anyway, so I don't really need it. I have the Unsummon if they want to kill my Merfolk Secretkeeper. And that's Liliana again. Could unsummon it, but I don't think I need to right now. Want to keep my options open. They don't have that much board presence yet, so... okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let's see what other cards we can find here. Milled half the deck. Exactly half the deck. We have enough mana to go around. We have some nice cards. So let's see, this might actually work out for us. Okay, command the Dreadhorde. Okay, I can discard these islands, I don't need them. Oh yeah, I might have had to discard the Into the Story here. So unlucky for me, I don't have any sweepers. This is where a sweeper would come in handy again. But at least I got a Lucky Clover. Does that help me though? I hope my opponent tries to minus the Liliana here. Don't think they will, but let's see. Or try something else to get rid of the Brazen Borrower. So I can just bounce it. and return 2 things, namely their planeswalkers next turn. But is that enough? I don't think so. And the glass casket will not help either. Yeah, and I just lost. Okay. So that's my 4th game. Still only 1 win. But I haven't given up hope. So maybe I should put in something for the late game here. Maybe a reverse rebuke. Or is that not legal? This is not legal, okay. So I will need to have... Well, Flood of Tears isn't very nice for me because that would return all my enchantments. I think I'll need to play the Captivating Gyre. Just getting rid of a Hypnotic Sprite because it doesn't really help me that much. I'm not really leaving stuff mana open to counter anything. That's why I don't have the Don't Say Please and the Thought Collapse in the deck, which some are playing. But it's really hard to leave mana open with this mill deck. This is okay-ish. The Apprentice is very nice. Drowned Secret's very nice as well, of course. So let's see what my opponent wants to do. I think it's some kind of go Gary mid-range deck. Yeah, I think the wall is good here. It's okay. Also having mana is okay. Very nice for me. What's a Lucky Clover? That's a Go Gary adventure deck if I ever seen one. So they probably have this Beanstalk Giant. Also the Innkeeper, of course. Okay, they draw a lot of cards that might help me with the mill, but of course that will make their board stronger as well. We do have a nice tempo card with the Brazen Borrower. And we have already milled about half their deck. So this might work out if we can bounce their stuff before they get too many things on the battlefield. Yeah, the Beanstalk Giant, of course, brings a lot of lands into the field. And bouncing it is also not the best thing you can do. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. That's bad. That's really bad. Do get another island, but there is my perpetual card draw machine, or card discard machine. Don't care about the 4-mana Knight. Okay. I would need to draw some cards, but I can't. Returning the Lucky Clover isn't helping me at all. The Queen of Ice doesn't do anything either. Bouncing stuff is so... It doesn't help anything against these adventure cards because they can just play the adventure. But Questing Beasts is something I want to bounce. Just to have one more turn here. I can't block it at all. Even with all my defender creatures here. Another Secret Keeper still doesn't help me. So I will be able to tap the Questing Beast, which is nice. Next turn. Let's see, Brazen Borrower. Might be able to hit them for some damage. Because I don't think they're playing much reach. And I already milled to 23. So if I get some card draw into the story, it would be nice. Maybe should have kept 4 of those. Because it's the only card draw I have. I don't play Opt or something like that. Order of Midnight is devastating against me, especially with the cloning that goes on here. Okay, the Cavalier of Night will be able to get rid of my Brazen Borrower. I think that's what they want to do. But that's a thing for the next round. Murderous Rider just going off, okay. I don't really care so much about my blockers. They don't help me against the Questing Beast at all. Okay, so I can do a lot of things with the Unsummon here. Protect my Borrower, also get its effect back. Yeah, that gets even more cards out of my opponent's deck. Still, I need some card draw to find some very nice card to be able to do anything here. I think I don't want to bounce the Borrow right now. Because I can play the Queen of Ice next turn. And that's another Borrow. That's nice, that's nice. So I'm gonna tap this Questing Beast. Play my Queen of Ice. And attack. I might just win it with having a lower life total than my or with killing my opponent with the life total, which would be insane with this deck. Murderous Rider doing some work here. But I have lethal next turn now. That's very interesting. They just kill themselves here. For some reason. Oh, of course. Of course they have something they can do. Still, it's a very close game. I can still win this. So what will I be able to do? I can bounce the Brazen Borrower. I can bounce the Questing Beast during my opponent's next attack step. And I can block the actual Innkeeper, so they won't be able to deal lethal here. So do I even need to bounce the Borrower? Really depends on what they're going to play. They don't play anything yet. Pass to attackers? No. First I'm gonna bounce this one. Those are exactly 5 damage, so I block one of those. Or I could even block 2 of those. Should block 2 of those. And they are at 6 life. So if they don't do anything, I play the Borrower on their end step and attack for lethal with my mill deck. Okay, the Cavalier of Night probably will target the Borrower, so I can't attack for lethal. Okay. And I can't mill them to death next turn. So if I don't draw anything very great, just gonna lose. Or we can't block, doesn't matter. And that's just an island, of course, it's just an island. Yeah. So, looks like I lost. But it was very close, I almost killed them. So that's half the games in the book. Still only one win. It is a lot of fun though. I don't even know how long I've been playing this. Oh, 41 minutes, okay. Interesting. So this will be a long video. Yes, so fun to play a mill deck. Oh, it's just so close and I can't make it work. Someday I'm going to make mill work. In Historic, you can probably play mill. I might do that at some point. I haven't played any Historic yet, and because it doesn't offer any events or something like that yet. But I may be able to, I may be just picking it up to do some milling here. Because you have the draw one card, mill two card. I don't know their name. Yeah. So I have a nice early game, but they have a better early game. That's a knight deck if I ever seen one. And that's Mardu knights. So all the colors of the knights in this set. So I will take a lot of damage until I can do anything here. I can bounce the Inspiring Veteran next turn. Might have to do that. Might have to do that twice. No, I can't do that twice. That would be suicide. And I haven't moved any cards yet. Oh well. Oh well. So I might do something like a Simic mill deck just to have the root snare. I'm not sure yet. And maybe some better blockers. They are just too far ahead right now. Should have bounced that later, so they can play it before the combat step. Didn't think about that, but then again I probably just lost anyway. I don't know, I need something that blocks in the air. Or something to get a lot of creatures out of the battlefield. But I don't think in blue has anything of that order. They did draw a very nice hand also. Just gonna have perpetual card advantage here. Okay, that's a Captivating Gyre. I think it will be one turn too late. I think I'll need to bounce the Secretkeeper here right now, just to be efficient on mana, And I need to mill a lot of cards fast, so... But that's not enough by a long shot. They might just win next turn if they have some good cards. And the Captivating Gyre will take me at least 2 more turns. Because I don't play green. Don't have anything to bring it on the battlefield. So I really might go Simic after all with this. Having a Growth Spiral and something like that could bring me to the Captivating Gyre. But green's not a mill thing at all. But Dimir doesn't work either. So yeah, that's probably just game over for me. Oh, not quite. Not quite. I have one more chance to do something miraculous, which won't happen. No. That's the 6th. So I need something to bring me to the late game. But what? There's nothing. Nothing in blue that can help me here. Maybe I do need to play the Vantress Gargoyle. Yeah, maybe I need to play a lot of them to have a blocker. So I'm just going to go all in on that one. Take one island out. Let's see how the Gargoyle does. Only played 2 of them last time I played this deck. But desperate times call for desperate measures. So as you can see, I really invested in this deck. I want to make it work. It just doesn't until now. It just never worked. That's not a good hand. Doesn't have anything that can keep me going, milling my opponent. Just one mill card. And that's just 1 mana. Still, I am feeling like I need to play this. My opponent kept a hand of 6. So I could go to 5. I should go to 5. Yeah, this looks much better. Don't need the borrowers in the early game. Will miss them in the late game, but I'll need to draw good cards anyway, so as long as I have something in the early game, Apprentice will help me out. My opponent is playing the Planeswalker deck. Don't need Into the Story. Don't need another borrower again. My luck has lost. I've lost my luck. And my luck has lost me. It just isn't there. Against Elric. So yeah, I need to really draw a land right now. The land I took out of the deck already coming to bite me. Then again, it's early. Let's see what happens. What are they waiting for? I'm not sure. Sometimes people are just taking overly long for decks that aren't as complicated. Unmourned Ego, okay. So they will give me some card draw. Drawn Secrets is bad to have Unmourned, but it's not the only card I have. So this might actually help me very much here. Oh, I just draw a card for exile from my hand, so it doesn't help me at all. Well, okay. Haven't played a lot against people who use Unmourned Ego, have to confess. But there are certainly worse cards my opponent could have played. I already have one Drawn Secrets on the battlefield. That will give me perpetual card mill. My opponent knows that I have the Unsummon, so I can just Unsummon now. If they have some kind of counter spell, which I doubt. They're playing Command the Dreadhorde in main deck. And Kaya's Wrath in main deck. This is spicy. I like this. Because they won't have any mana for that, but they do have the fires. Yeah, Drawn from Dreams is a card I really need to integrate into my Jeskai deck. Don't really have it yet in there. I think I have one copy or something. But the Jeskai deck is something I really want to work on more. I have milled half of the cards I need to mill already. But I do need one more mana for the Into the Story to be competitive at all. Thankfully for me, they have a very slow deck. It's another Drawn from Dreams. Well, they're going to have a lot of good cards. But that will cost them 2 more cards in their deck, so I only have to mill 20 only. Of course, 20 is still a lot of work to do for my deck, especially as I only have 1 card in hand. 38% chance that I draw an island. It tells my overlay to me. So let's trust in the cards. Yeah, I can't bring those back. That's a Brazen Borrower. Doesn't help me. Could bounce the fires, but that wouldn't help me that much. Well, it means they can only play 1 spell. But I'd rather bounce some Sarkin or something like that. $17 cards left. Doesn't look that bad for me. They are playing really slow. And I do mean really slow. It's only a platinum game. Why are they playing this slow? Not trying to be toxic or anything, but that is annoying. That's the most annoying thing on Arena. Sometimes a week ago or something, I had a person that knew they have lost. I knew that they've lost. I saw their hand. I saw that they had no mana. And they just roped me the whole time. Just waited all of the 45 seconds, took timeouts, and just took forever. Because one life they had, they couldn't win. I had to give up in order for them to win, so they tried to annoy me out of the game. But just to punish those people, I'm not going to let them. So the Castrol is a nice thing in this deck. I haven't really considered that as well. Okay, that's Ugin. Do they want to -3 that? They could. Now they can't. Because I'm just gonna bounce it. They should have killed the Drowned Secret before I could do that. Still, it's a very precarious situation. Don't know how I'm going to be able to get the last 15 cards out of them. So now are they gonna plus or minus the Liliana? They don't want me to bounce the Secret Keeper. So they probably minus it? No, they won't. Okay. That could come back to haunt them. See what the Apprentice can find in my deck. There is the island. Okay. But do I need the island? So if I have the Apprentice, I can put 2 cards, 4 cards, 6 cards of theirs to the graveyard. So I need the island after all. To draw more cards, to have a better chance. They didn't really hurt me until now. They will get rid of the Drowned Secrets, which is very bad for me because it's the last thing I have. To have Perpetual Mill. But I only need to mill 10 more cards. So this can really be a thing here. Look at all those cards. That's a lot of graveyard cards. And they're still taking forever. They should just minus their Liliana, kill my creatures. Come on, mate. Don't want to bore my viewers. Wow, you took so long for playing a land. Great. Just great. So this is why I don't play best of 3. I would just totally lose it if I had to play 3 games against this guy. Oh, finally they did something good. They will draw another card though. So I'll only need to mill 9. It's a Gargoyle. Lucky Clover doesn't help me because I don't have a Secret Keeper. But if I draw a Secret Keeper, that would be the game.
Oh, this looks like a fun new toy.
Probably might just win the game at any rate, because I have just enough to keep myself alive here. It's another Lucky Clover won't help me. Still gonna play it though. Get rid of both your planeswalkers. See you later. Of course, they can just play both of them, but they can't play anything else. They only have 6 cards left. They won't be able to out the Liliana in this match. And they probably won't get enough board state to kill me. And if they read the Ugin wrong and play -3, they can't do it against the Clover. Yeah, they have red right. But then again, they just milled themselves again. So as long as they don't have any shuffle your deck into your, or your graveyard into your deck thing, I think we're looking pretty fine here. Still need to close it out though. So a Secretkeeper would just win me the game outright. Animating Faerie can help. Can do that next turn. Only 3 more cards remaining for my opponent. Queen of Ice, I don't think I need that. Just get 1 more mill card and I've won. And I can leave this too long match behind me. Much too long. Just need to mill 1 card. Or two cards. So another Apprentice would be enough. Haven't seen the wall yet. Ah, that's not a wall. Okay. I'll use the Animating Faerie. To get my Lucky Clovers. Your go, please. I'm still needing to find a mill card. Because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to survive 2 rounds against this. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't block with the Gargoyle, which is bad. I have just shown my opponent something without needing to. Always forget about this clause, that's why Vantress Gargoyle isn't that great. Especially if you don't have any cards in hand. Maybe you need to take 2 of them out to get some card draw in the early game. Opt or something. Opt also a very cheap trigger, of course, for the drowned secrets that have been unmourned this game. Oh, I think I've just played this for 15 minutes now. This is so tedious. It's not because of my deck. Of course, my deck has some long game in it, but just because my opponent is so damn slow. It is unbelievable. I need to draw a good card here. Or I've lost against an opponent who really doesn't deserve to win. If they have a shock, they just win outright. But they could have just... Oh! Look at Liliana! Forgot about her. And my opponent seems to have forgot about her passive too. That's my 2nd win. In the 7th game. So I could go 50-50 or how was your match? I should have clicked on the frowny face. I didn't like that match at all. I like that I won. So if I win the next 3 matches, I'm 50-50 today. That won't happen. But it might. You never know. Never know. Lucky Clover looks nice here. Also the Apprentice will give me something to do on turn 1. So I don't have to waste mana. Oh, I wanted to put out the Gargoyle. Well, need to do that next turn or next match. Don't need that much mana, no. So they have my Cavalcade deck that I like so much. But they're playing the Scorch Splitter, which I don't like that much. Then again, everybody has their individual take on this deck, of course. Ooh, that's already Cavalcade. So I need to be quick or find a Brazen Borrower, even that wouldn't help me. So I just need to be quick here. Probably won't be quick enough. Yeah, I won't be quick enough by a long shot. They might just win next turn. At least this opponent has some quickness in them. They don't play as slowly as the other one. Yeah, I don't think I can draw anything that would help me here. Nope. So at least this is a quick loss. So my prediction of 3 wins, if I win on one of the next 2 games, it has come true. I didn't try to do that. But with this deck, that's really all you can hope for. I am really having a lot of fun though, even though it might not seem like it because I'm a bit under the weather still. Had my flu shot today. Get your flu shots. Very important. Just a public service announcement here. It's good for people like me who are at risk of having complications on the flu. Also, if you know people, oh, that's just a win. I'll take that. If they saw my deck, they might have just not given up. But I'm going to take it. So those are my 3 wins. But I would want to get the 4th. Because I feel like this win was not that deserved. I never would just give up. I would give very early if I knew my hand that I mulliganed down to just isn't really good. I would have given up early, but I'll never give up before any card is played. That's just not something I want to do. Okay, they will have a quick game against me with Gilded Goose. But I do have 2 drawn secrets. So I will go off with them. Then play the Lucky Clover. And then play both of my Secret Keepers. So this might be interesting. This match could turn out very interesting. Depending on how quick they can kill me. Okay, Raska can kill the Drawn Secrets. Probably will do. Yeah, that was to be expected. Would need some mana. Mana would be very nice here. Of course, the Questing Beast comes out. I can Queen of Ice 2 of these creatures next turn. Still, I'm very far behind, of course. Mana would be very nice. Okay, then I guess. Guess I'm losing. So 3 wins, it looks like my prediction was right. How about yours? Please tell me in the comments if you predicted my losing streak correctly. I can't even block this with the Merfolk Secretkeeper, so I'm just... yeah, I'm just screwed. Well, maybe they forget about attacking with everything, but I don't think so. Did get half of their deck, but half is not enough. Okay, so this was Janky Ranked. Tell me if you liked it, if you want me to do some more janky decks. I'm always building some kind of troll build at some point. And yeah, until next time, I wish you the best, and let's see ourselves again at the next MTG Deck Tech. Until then, see ya.